created the awards because over a period of time I was working as a volunteer in road safety with Warwickshire Police, and eventually I saw a need for something different to be done. They were turning out the same old thing year after year. It was good, but it didn't really involve the children. And I thought there must be a way of getting information from these students to develop their own projects. And I came to this idea. Let's not ask the road safety professionals, let's ask the students that it concerns. To make the Student Road Safety Awards work, I needed a sponsor. And I spoke to Andrew Didlick from Peugeot, who I'd been involved with road safety from Warwickshire County Council before, and he was very receptive.
Paul tragically lost his son in a road traffic accident, and Paul came to us looking for a sponsor to help him raise the profile of the awards that he wanted to get off the ground. The thing that impressed us the most was the sheer dedication that Paul had put into it over many years since the death of his son, to really ensure that his son's death at the tragic age of only 17 was not in vain.
Peugeot have this ethos of road safety and vehicle safety as built into one, and they really do believe in what they say, which does make a change from some companies. The students are required to generate a project which is suitable for their area and age. They've got to do the research, they've got to do the homework, they've got to come up with a good project, and that's what we had today. 4 of them. Fantastic.
When we launched these awards, we had no idea what we were going to get. We didn't know how many schools would enter. But here today, we've seen 4 schools with very different ideas present with such enthusiasm, such commitment. We as judges found it extremely difficult to find a winner amongst the 4, because all 4 of them could have won on different merits. The impressive thing is, if you think some of these kids were 11 years old and they stood up in front of a group of adults, and not only that, a group of other school children as well.
People in the room said they couldn't have done what these students did today, so it was brilliant.
The Peugeot Student Road Safety Awards for 2013, the winning team is Movilla High School.
The moment that we heard that we won, I was quite shocked. That I just paused for a second, I couldn't actually believe it, so I was just properly shocked. Because we worked really hard to actually get here, and days after school and the research that we did and all, and it felt brilliant to actually know that it actually paid off, all the work and things. So
the Movilla idea really struck a chord with all of us.
What it did do was to introduce a campaign that could be developed and run for years and years.
What a great campaign, exactly hitting at the heart of where these kids are playing this chicken game, running in front of cars. There are buses with this message of don't be a fool.
the reason why we had the big chicken run up and down was to draw effect for the actual game of playing chicken.
Every generation of school children coming through school hopefully will get that simple message, don't be a fool to play chicken.
The feelings that I had when we first needed to go up was quite nerve-wracking. I was quite excited though to present what we actually found out, but it was very nerve-wracking, but I felt very good after it, and then just made me more excited for actually coming to London.
We will be going to the Peugeot crash test and product development facilities in Belgium.
We are really excited to be going to France.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
I think the students get an enormous amount out of being involved in a competition such as this. They've learned to work as a team, foremost. They've also learned that everyone's opinion matters. They've all had input, vast amount of input. They gave up an awful lot of their own time, a lot of hard work and dedication that went into it.
Their self-esteem goes up, their confidence is just enormous, you know, on the way down here they were really nervous, but you could see they were excited.
These road safety student events are massively important on a range of levels for the kids to change their mindset, because that's what it's all about. If you can change kids' mindsets at an early age, then you get the road safety messages across. So I'm absolutely passionate that this is the way to do it. Get them while they're young and get these road safety messages embedded, and it changes their behaviour forever.
It was the last day of half term, a nice sunny day, and my son went out to meet some friends. He ended up in the passenger seat of a car driven by a newly qualified driver. He'd passed his test 2 weeks previously. He was in the same form. And they were going down a B road, came to a T-junction, and the car was doing 68 miles per hour. The car hit the curb and took off. And unfortunately, trees don't give, and the tree hit the car on the passenger side. And John Paul was killed outright. That's quite devastating. I don't think people realise the effect it has on a family. And I don't want them to realise and experience it, because it's absolutely horrendous. I hope that these awards will achieve a reduction in the number of people killed and seriously injured on our roads, and encourage more people to drive carefully and safely.